Hi everyone, it's Anne here from Positively Papercraft, and it's lovely to be back again on YouTube. I feel like I haven't been around again for ages, and it's probably only a week or two, but it feels like so long. Right, so I want to show you how I've been making this gorgeous little embellishment box gifts. Now, this idea here, I was watching the channel which is Scrap the World, and I watch her quite a bit when I get time, to be honest, but I watched a couple of weeks ago and I didn't watch a tutorial. It was just, I think she was showing a swap that she'd done, and I saw she had something like this in a video, and I thought, oh, so when I got time, when I got back the other day, I had a little go at making it. So I don't know if this is the way she made hers, but this was just the way I came up with mine. But that's what I saw, and it's so easy to make. It's basically just a little kind of flat piece of card which has a little box on the top, and I've just decorated the box, and then inside I've just put some beautiful little handmade embellishments. So they're basically made from a lot of scraps, if I'm honest. Some little metal charms and stuff that I have. Just little sentiments that I stamped and just distressed, and then I put some paper inside. Really easy to make, and these would make absolutely beautiful gifts for people. So that's what we're going to make. I put a bit of acetate in the window, and this was just pieces I cut from the paper. I had some spare paper left, and I just cut the little pictures out and glued them on. So I've already made a couple of embellishments, but we're going to make a couple more, and I think these turned out really cute. This one is like a kind of sewn effect. That's just a little button die. It's not an actual real button. Again, just distressed it with ink and stuff, and I just think it turned out beautiful. So there's that one there. This one I put a little metal key on. Again, I stamped little sentiments and just decorated them up, and I think they are adorable. So I've made them too, and all I did was just raided me stash for little dies, scraps of paper and whatnot, and some craft card. I think most of these dies are ALINA crafts, but I'll put the links if I can find them in the description. So just basically raid what you've got and see what you end up with, because they don't have to be identical to mine. So I've cut two of them out from craft card. I've got some vintage photo here, and I'm just going to make it darker because I want them to be sort of like a vintage kind of look. Shabby, vintage, whatever you want to call it. Alright, so I'm just inking that up, and then to give it more kind of durability, I'm going to glue them together because I want them to be a bit thicker than that. So just line this up and just glue this on. Alright. And then I've just took a little circle which is 1.5 inches, I believe, and then I've cut a piece of scrap paper the same size. Again, I'm just going to glue this on here. But just have a play around and see what you've got. I mean, I know most of us have an abundance of stuff in our stash. And I'm just, again, just going around the outsides with a bit of the ink. I want it to be a bit more shabby looking. Alright, and then I want to stick this on here, but I want it to have some height, so I'm going to use some 3mm foam pads. I'll just stick a couple on there. I get these from Craft Stash and you buy them in like a bundle and they are brilliant. They're Craft Stash's own brand, but they're so good and cheap as well. So I think that looks better with the dimension there. So that's my little basics of it done. So a lot of the dies I used here were ALINA Crafts. I used the little button, the little safety pin, and that was what I used from that. And then this was like a little kind of a spiel, but it's from some other set, but I can't remember what you call it. So I've cut the button out 3 times, and I'm just going to layer it up with the craft card, or it could be any scrap card, even cereal boxes and stuff, just to give it some, to make it more thick. That's all we're trying to do. Again, just a bit of glue on there. And I will put glossy accents on like I did with the other one, but we'll do that at the end because I'll stick my finger in it and ruin it. So I've got the little button that I'm going to have somewhere, and the little spool I'm going to, again, I'm just going to ink it over because I want it a bit darker. And I am going to get some of this little twine stuff, and I'm just going to cut a little bit off. I've got my hot glue gun on as well, and all I'm going to do is just wrap it round like I did with the other one. Just a little bit on, and then I'm just going to glue it at the back with some hot glue just to stop it from coming off. Oh, where's my glue gun? Oh, dropped it on the floor, didn't even realise. Just a bit of glue on. Okay, so I've got that glued on there. Bits ready. I've cut out the little safety pin again, just from some silver card, and I've also got another little metal key here, which I might use that as well. So I'm just going to decide where I want these to go. Have the little button there, and I might have the little pin. Drop that glue gun again, and I don't know, I might not bother with the key actually. No, I don't think I will. And then I'm going to have a little sentiment across the top. So I am just going to hot glue these down so I know they're in the place I want them to be. And then I think I'll just stick this little pin down with a bit of glue. I can just tuck that under there. Okay, and then again, use what you've got. I've got this little stamp set from Simon Says Stamp. It's just perfect small little sentiments to add on, little embellishments, and I think I'm just going to use what can I use? I think I will use Hey Friend. So I had some scrap pieces of card somewhere. I'm sorry, I've got my phone right next to us. So, hey friend, I've got some black VersaFine. I'm just gonna stamp this in the corner, then it's easy to cut off then. Hey friend. And then I'm just going to cut it out with my scissors. If you're not very confident, you could just use your trimmer. And then again, I am going to take some more of this ink. And I'm just going to go around the outsides with it. Okay, and I'm going to have this just here like that. Okay, just a bit of glue. Just have that just on there. And then I've got some little pearls and I'm going to pop just a few of these on wherever I think. There. And so easy and quick, and they look so pretty. And then I've got my glossy accents here, which I hope hasn't blocked up. No, it hasn't. And all I'm going to do is just cover the little button. And I'm just going to lift it up to the light to check I haven't missed any. I think I've missed a little bit on the end. And you can see it's just makes it look more realistic with the gloss. It takes a few hours to dry, but yeah, it turned out really pretty on that one as well. So there's another one made. So we've got 3 gorgeous little embellishments now. So I'm going to pop that out the way because I don't want to catch that till it's dry. Put the lid back on, and then we're going to do another one, and then we'll do the box. So this one, again, this is a die from ALINA Crafts. I think quite a lot of you have got this one. This is quite an old one. It's just the smallest little tag. I've cut it out twice just from some thick card, because what I'm going to do is I am going to glue this little picture here on to one of the pieces of the card, just to again make it a bit more thicker. Okay, so I've just glued that on there because what I'm going to do is I'm going to just have them slightly offset like that, and again I want to make them a little bit more aged, so I'm just going to go around the outsides again. And then just around here as well. And also I've decided I'm going to have another video on Sunday and it's going to be another embellishment one. I might even do a third, so I'm going to kind of turn it into like a little mini series. So these are the ones I've got for my little box that we're going to make now. So we've got them, which I think have turned out really pretty. So I'm just going to clear this away, and then we are going to do our little embellishment box. Okay, so for the box I've took 2 pieces of thick cream card. We need a piece for the base, which is 5.5 by 6 inches, and the lid is 5 5/8 by 6 1/8. Now I wanted, on this one I didn't like reinforce the little box, which I don't know, you don't have to, but I wanted to on this one to see if it worked out any thicker. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to score all 4 sides at 1/2 inch and 1 inch. So just keep turning it round and do the same, 1/2 inch and 1 inch. Right, that will be our base. And the lid just the same, 1/2 inch and 1 inch. Right, so the lid, just get this off here. For the lid, I want to have a little window again, like I did with the other one. So I've just took a die from my stash. It could be anything you want, and that is going to act as my little window. But before we do that, I'm going to fold the base of this and cut it how I'll cut the base, and I'll show you that because the lid will be exactly the same. Alright, so we have 4 little boxes in every corner. Alright, you want to just cut up like this, so you have your 4 boxes there. Then we want to remove these 2 end ones here, like that. Okay, and then we also want to remove this one, and that's what we should have left. And I just like to mite it in a little bit, just so things don't get in the way when we're gluing it together. It's the same again, just cut up here, and we've got 4 boxes. We need to cut away these end 2, and then we also need to cut away the far end one. And again, just very small little mitres from the sides. And then you want to turn it round, same again, and you want to do the same with your lid as well. Okay, it's really simple once you've done it a couple of times. Okay, so that's our base done. And then we need some glue on all 4 of our little tabs here. Just a bit of glue on here. And then we just want to glue these together. So that's a really strong little box now. And then if you want to pop some nice paper to match on the inside, I think I might have a piece here. Yeah, it just wants trimming down a little bit. Go and just stick that in there. Okay, so there's our little paper, and then I'm not going to put the one in with the button on because it's still wet and I don't want to catch it yet, so I'll just pop them in like that for now. But I think you could probably get about 5 of them in here, maybe more, it depends how much you embellish them. That's the base done. Right, the lid is exactly the same, but I wanted to pop this paper on the front. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to pop this on and then I'm going to cut this out. Now I know it's going to cut most of it away, but it's fine. I just wanted to have a nice little pattern really around. So I'm going to glue that on there. I'm going to run this through like this, and then I'm going to do exactly the same as what I've just done with the base, okay? And then I'll be back. I have done the box like I said, okay? And I shouldn't have glued it together because I wanted to just stress the sides a bit, but we can still do it. So I've took a bit of this acetate. Someone sent me this last year, I think it was Leslie. One side is gold and the other is silver, and I believe it's a Dawn Bibi acetate, but you can use whatever you've got. And I want to have the gold side, so I'm going to just basically glue that in there. So I'm just going to pop some glue around here and glue my acetate in. Just make sure that's stuck. Okay, so there's our little cute window, and as I said, I wanted to ink it up a little bit, but I think I may be able to still do it. Just a little bit around the sides of the box really. And you can do these sides as well, or you could, in fact, if you wanted to, you could even just pop some of the matching paper on. It's up to you. That'll do for now. So that's that, and then with a bit of luck this should fit. Yep, that fits perfect. So there is our adorable little box, but what I want to do is make our little kind of base for it. So what I've done is I've took a die. You don't need a die, I just did it because I could. You can just have it square like this. Now if you want to, the sizes, if you just want to cut it out yourself, would be 5.5 by 4 1/8. So you could just cut some card out like that, put your little hole in, which mine happened to be, again, some dies from ALINA, which she sent me last year. That's what makes that little kind of professional looking cut out at the top. So what I've done is I've cut some, just a little piece of like mount board stuff, and I'm going to put a bit on the back so the back looks a bit tidier. A bit of the craft card on the back. Okay, just glue that on the back. I want to put this on before we stick it together. I mean, we're only going to really see the edges of it anyway, because we're going to be gluing our little box on it, so don't worry. Okay, so we want to glue this on to our card. Excuse me. Just make sure that's all straight, and if you want to go around the sides, just so it all kind of ties in together with the, you don't really want to be seeing the bits of chipboard sticking out. Okay, and then what we do is we take our little base, and that is going to get glued onto here. So I'm going to use hot glue, just a little bit, you don't need loads. Okay, that will do. And then I'm going to try and get this somewhere in the middle, or well, actually no, I'm going to take it a little bit further down. Just like this, and I think it is much better now it's reinforced, it's really thick. And then we'll pop these ones in. As I said, I can't put the one with the little button on because it's still not dry. Just pop them in any way you want really. So I've got them in, and I'm going to pop my little lid on. And isn't that just so cute and so professional looking? And then obviously if you want to decorate, catching on there, if you want to decorate the outside, which I think we might, that's better. So these are from the scraps of the Stamperia paper pad, and I might actually use this one, so I'm just going to quickly cut this out. And yeah, I think I'm going to have that on there like that. Now you could pop some card under if you want to make it a little bit thicker, but just for quickness I'm just going to stick it on like that. And then I've got another spare one of these little metal keys, which I might just pop on the side like that, about this side. Now I'm going to have it there. I'm just going to hot glue this on. And then we've got a few little flowers, so I might bung a few flowers in the corner. And as I said, I will come back on Sunday with another one. I've got another thing I want to share with you, which is this kind of embellishment, cute little things. And I might even do a third because there's just so many cute little things you can make, and as I said, using up your stash, just making, you know, cute little embellishment gifts and whatnot. I should have put the blue one in the middle, but never mind, you get the idea. But they would just make beautiful gifts, and when you hold them up, the lid doesn't come off either. So, but yeah, I hope you've enjoyed it, and I'll be back again on Sunday. So thanks for watching, take care, and bye for now.